Oh my God. Finally, we get to get into the review of this film. And let's do that right now. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. I'm so excited because we finally get to review the film Dynasty Warriors, which is released on Netflix in America right now. And it's been a long time coming. The film got released overseas, and I've just been trying to figure out how can I watch this film. And now that Netflix made an announcement about a month ago that they were going to be getting it, my eyes have been glued on this date, July 1st, to finally check this out. And I'm so excited because I am a huge fan of the Dynasty Warriors franchise. If you played this game, you've been waiting for this as well too. And now that it's out, I'm so excited to talk about it. But let me give a little bit of context about the game. So at base, people say that Dynasty Warriors is just a mindless button smasher game, but there's actually a lot of amazing storytelling and characters into it. And like once you play one, you're invested with this story and these characters throughout the duration of this entire franchise, which there's like, I don't even know how many games, because there's like the regular core games and then there's like other side games and whatnot. And then at the same time too, this is also kind of based on semi-historical, like a semi-historical story, like kind of legit, to be honest. So it's really not just a button smasher game. It does take some preparation and some knowledge and some strategy. So overall, it's a very entertaining game, and it just kept getting better and better. And it is repetitive, without a doubt, but it's fun. It's fun. It's definitely one of those games where you can just decompress and just go out and do what you want to do. You know what I mean? But I'm so excited to see these characters come to the live action form. It's been something I've been having my eyes set on ever since I seen the trailer when it released overseas. So this story focuses on Liu Bei in the 19th Regiment, and basically the Han Dynasty in the alliance versus Liu Bu and Dong Zhuo. So if you know those characters, then you know it's our bad guys versus our good guys. And I'll talk about it in a second, but we kind of see how the different kingdoms get formed throughout this film. So first off, you can watch this film in Cantonese with English subtitles, or you can watch it in English. I watched it in English. I am going to go back and watch it again in Cantonese because I did not think the dubbing was all that good, but I still enjoyed it. But overall, as a video game movie, this is exactly what I expected it to be, and I am here to say I enjoyed this film a very lot because it was exactly what I knew it was going to be. Like, the action was good, the CGI was completely exaggerated as needed. If you know the game, you know it had to go and really give us fans exactly what it wants. So I didn't need it to be practical. I needed the CGI to be exaggerated, and I'm glad it did. I'm also, in regards to CGI, when it came down to the big battles and wars, I'm very happy that they use as many real actors as they can and not just the flux of just CGI armies. I'm not really a fan of that. I remember when the Lord of the Rings switched that when they went to the Hobbit, and I was like, terrible. Now the score is right out of the game, and I loved it, every single moment of it. And the fact that I recognize the Liu Bu theme from Dynasty Warriors 4, mind blown. So they using legitimate scores from the game in this film. So another fan service here, and I was just so entertained. I cheered and clapped a very lot, like more than I ever thought I would. And then when they were hitting their ultimates, I was like, yes. I was like, there we go. So like I was on board for this the entire time, just cheering and cheering. The last 30 minutes of this film was just nuts. Like, it's not quite what you get in the game, but if you're gonna do a movie and the game can't do what the movie could do, and also because you want to have appeal to the movie, then you absolutely need to do exactly what it did in the last 30 minutes. And it went way overboard. I mean, they dumped the CGI budget. Like, they emptied it all out in the last 30 minutes. But again, it was just really cool to see some of our most iconic characters in live action. You know, the visuals and everything were straight out of the video games. They even address, you know, because like in the game how you upgrade weapons, they even address how they're going to upgrade their weapons inside of the movie, which was really cool. Liu Bu was the man. as much as he is a pain to fight, he was the man in this film. Every moment he's on screen, I was cheering for him, even though he's tough as hell to fight in the game. But I will say that even if you can play the game, you will enjoy it, but you have to get past the idea of how incredibly unrealistic this is. It is a video game movie, so they make sure that they cater towards their fan base. So there's going to be a lot of just things that just don't make sense, and you know, physics and all that other good stuff, along with it just being totally science fiction. But just get past that, enjoy the action, enjoy the fights, and listen to the story, because like these are basically semi-historical events that have occurred. So like there's truth to it, and if you know anything about it, then you're going to be able to kind of relate to some of the things that are being said. One thing I really do have to say is that the cinematography is really amazing, and it really brings some of the practical sequences to life really well. So I definitely appreciated that. Now, one of my gripes was the pacing. I thought the beginning part of the film was done, was setting up things. The middle part kind of provided a lot of talking, yet the necessary backstory to all of our major character. The middle part still was building, then the last minute was just totally insane. So like, it was a little bit of a slow burn. It's 2 hours, so like you're talking about 4 different parts of the film, if you ask me. But you know, a little bit of a pacing issue for me is my only really big gripe. I will also say for the conclusion of this film that we got to see the final battle, and that's that. I'm not going to talk about what the final battle was, but I do wish that because the final battle was just a part of the war, that we got to see different vantage points of the war as well. So they focused on one battle, and that was that. And that's cool if we're getting a sequel. Like, if we're going to get the sequel, then that's fine. But if this is a one and done, then I'm flabbergasted by how they handle that, because I would love to have seen the different things that happened throughout the war, the different parts of the war. The dialogue is right out of the game, and yeah, there's some cheesy action one-liners, but it's exactly what you need. I mean, come on now. You want to be able to recognize some of the things that are said in the game, especially when they're powering up and they're fighting and different rivals against each other. You want that, and sure, they did that. And while this seems to be a family-friendly PG film, it's a little bit of a PG-13 and above, because there is some blood and gore. So yeah, definitely for mature audiences on this one. And quite frankly, I love this so much, I think I might pick up the game. But I'm telling you, I need the sequel, and I need to see now the story of the Three Kingdoms, now that we've seen how things have formed. So, you know, I like this film a very lot. That's because I'm a fan. I don't think it's getting great ratings, or who cares? If you're a fan of Dynasty Warriors, this is something you do not miss. This film is all of that, and you will be happy, and you will be just like me, thinking like, all right, I'm gonna get on the game. I'm gonna fire it back up. Wipe the dust off of it, because it's been a little while since I played the last one. I think it was 8 or 9, I can't remember, but it's still installed in my system. So yeah, I definitely gotta think I might have to wipe the dust off of that a little bit. But overall, Dynasty Warriors, which is on Netflix right now, I love this film, folks. If you are a fan of this franchise and you are a fan of this film and you checked it out, jump in the comments, let me know your thoughts about this film. And as always, folks, stay tuned, because we got more reviews coming very soon. Thank you for watching, folks.